David, the secret he tried to bury. Ho, 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 ho. Let's see what 1090J has to say.
A rising music star with millions of fans is now charged with one of the most disgusting, disturbing cases the internet has seen in years. Over the past few days, documents have been spreading across social media. Documents that appear to outline the detailed criminal case involving the 21-year-old singer David. A timeline of claims so graphic it could be used in a horror movie. But
wait, is this actually the girl that he was talking to? And she was what, 14, they say, right? 14 years old is crazy, bro. Like, he's a grown man, bro. I don't understand how people that are grown men get, like, how they talk to someone so young, right? You're grown and someone so young, like, arouses you, right? Like, how? And on top of that, you have bread, you have money, you have freaking chicken. You could have any girl you could damn near want, bro, right? And then what is you doing talking to this, like, to a young ass girl? It's weird. It ain't regular behavior.
this was backed by evidence and created by a team of detectives and prosecutors. Within the Superior Court of Los Angeles, 21-year-old David now stands accused of silencing his 14-year-old girlfriend with a knife and chainsaw. Quick pause, because this might actually help you out. If you've ever needed access to your money before payday, there's a banking app called Current that lets you get up to $750. It's designed for, originally from New York. David is a young artist originally from New York, but raised in Houston, Texas. By 8th grade, he was homeschooled. Up until 13, only listening to gospel music, and as a child, he played the piano and sang in the church choir. Initially, he started creating music to play in the background of his Fortnite montages. He'd upload the music to SoundCloud, releasing the single Romantic Homicide in 2022.
So he was playing his music in his Fortnite montages. That's actually kind of like a smart marketing thing to do for your music, right? Because Fortnite has a very large audience, right? And then you mix it with your music, and then if you're good at the game and then you get views on your Fortnite videos, then that's going to actually bring you more attention.
Initially, he started creating music to play in the background of his Fortnite montages. He'd upload the music to SoundCloud, releasing the single Romantic Homicide in 2022
but
after snippets started going viral on TikTok. The song would hit 33 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. That same year, he'd signed to Interscope Records, and his career would continue rising over the next few years. In August of 2025, he was touring, but by September, the tour and all public appearances was suspended following the death of a 14-year-old girl named Celeste. And the reasons why? The suspicions of David's involvement. On September 8th, 2025, heavily decomposed human remains were found in Los Angeles inside the front trunk of an impounded vehicle registered to David. A tow yard worker had contacted the Los Angeles Police Department to investigate the foul odor reeking from the vehicle. 8 days later, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner identified the body as that of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Her body discovered 1 day before her 15th birthday. 2 days later,
I have a theory, bro, and I'm sure that everyone looks at it the same way, right? I feel like he wanted to leave her, and he knew once he left her that she was gonna go and say something. That's what everyone's coming to conclusion to, that I suppose, right? But he got to the point to where all right, I'm gonna end up having to leave her. I'm a freaking superstar, you know. I make music, I'm famous. And he knew once he did that, she was gonna get mad and she was gonna open up about it. So he did this for financial gain. He did this so that way he could get away with, try to get away, but he didn't with talking to her, and then it led to what's happening now. He's going to jail for it.
LAPD investigators executed a search warrant at a Hollywood Hills property previously occupied by David. Electronic materials, including a computer, were seized, and shortly after, David's manager terminated the lease on the property, and David moved out. Court documents unsealed in February of 2026 would reveal that David was the target of a Los Angeles grand jury investigation into her death. On April 16th, David Burke was placed under arrest, his lawyer publicly stating evidence in the case will reveal his innocence.
We believe the actual evidence will show David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, nor was he the cause of her death.
Imagine being his lawyer. Like, in the back of her mind, she probably knows with everything that's adding up. What do they have, about 40 terabytes of evidence? She's probably like, damn, it ain't adding up. And she still has to, like, be his lawyer and say that he's innocent, when us knowing damn well, like, damn, I don't think he's innocent, bro. I don't. And they even see him now, like, in his pictures, like, he don't look nothing like how he usually does. And of course, yeah, it's a jail picture, but it's just like he made himself look like a kid most of the time, like very young. And he's actually not.
And we would like to be able to have the evidence come into the light of day at the earliest opportunity in order to establish that.
4 days later, the state filed charges of first-degree murder, lewd acts with a minor under 14, and mutilation of a body. Now, prosecutors apparently heard David's lawyer was saying the evidence will reveal his innocence. So the prosecutors decided to reveal some of this evidence. The dismembered body of 14-year-old Celeste was found in the front trunk of David's Tesla. The vehicle was towed 3 days prior, parked 400 feet away from his home. Surveillance video would show he was the last to drive it before leaving Los Angeles on tour.
Why would it don't make sense? Do you think that he wanted to get caught? I feel like he wanted to get caught also, though, for him to leave it near his house and then leave the body inside of it. Like, you're not even trying to get away with what you did. Maybe you wanted to get caught.
At the tow yard, detectives located the Tesla swarmed with flies. Opening the trunk, they observed a black cadaver bag covered in maggots. The waterproof bag was designed to store or transport human or animal remains while containing the fluids and odors. Inside, her severely decomposed head and torso. A plastic garbage bag contained her arms and legs, and upon further examination, detectives noted Celeste's ring and pinky finger were amputated from the hand and not found in the Tesla.
Did he torture her? I wonder, like I don't even want to know what he did to her, like, while she was alive and suffering, because it's freaking disgusting. But it almost seems as if he tortured the girl before he took her out, right? Damn, bro.
Detectives uncovered David met Celeste in 2022 when she was just 11 years old. They began a physical relationship when she was 2022 when she was just 11 years old. They began a physical relationship when she was just 13 and him 18. In February of 2024, she'd be reported as a runaway. Police would find David's number on her cell phone, contacting him, to which he claimed he was unaware she was a minor, unaware she ran away, and spoke to her days before she went missing. Police went as far as going to David's house to perform a wellness check. Again, he was informed she was a 13-year-old runaway, and he again claimed he was unaware, stating he only met her once the previous year. He'd further state he was unaware of where she was, and 2 days later, she returned home. Detectives learned David continued to pursue her. Returning home, her parents took her cell phone away, and David went as far as traveling to her middle school and paying a student in her class $1,000 to give her a phone he bought her. Throughout 2024, she'd spent significant time with David, spending weekends at his home in Hollywood Hills, traveling to Las Vegas, London, and even Texas to meet his family.
What? She was 14 and she was traveling across the seas with him. Were the parents allowing her to, like, my bad, I shouldn't be using dental floss while I'm making videos. Oh, that's not cool. But, like, the parents, were they allowing her to be with this man? Because if so, it's just like, why? Why would you allow this to happen? I mean, she's just a kid. He's a grown man. And she's a kid. Why was this allowed?
Detectives recovered text messages in reference to pregnancy, abortion, and using Plan B. Explicit photographs would also be found, corroborating their physical relationship. April 23, 2025 is the likely date of her death as her cell phone activity ceased. The night prior, her and David engaged in a lengthy argument through text. The messages revealed her jealousy of David's relationships with other women, and she threatened to expose their relationship to end his career and destroy his life. This was just days before David's first studio album was set to be released. A multi-million-dollar career on the line, multiple high-value endorsements,
blew it all.
Tours worth millions. He couldn't let that happen. April 23rd.
He let it happen, bro. He did let it happen. And he didn't mind getting caught for it. He just left all the evidence out there. Bro didn't even try. He didn't even try to get away with this. He was like, fuck it, here's a Tesla with the body in it. Go on, come pick it up. Freaking guy,
2025 at 8:40 p.m., David sent an Uber to pick up Celeste from her house. She arrived at 10:10 p.m. 20 minutes later, David texted her phone asking where she was, but she was already dead. He stabbed her multiple times, standing by as she bled out. He'd killed her right after she arrived to his house, then texted her as a premeditated plan to cover up the murder. An hour later, he drove to a nearby county to dispose of evidence and destroy her property. He'd continue texting her phone, even calling. Calculated acts he'd planned to set up his defense if later questioned.
And that's actually not her that I learned. That's not, this photo is not her. But it like kind of resembles her. You get what I'm saying? Like this girl in this video right here, it almost resembles her.
By police. He'd return home in the early morning before going to a radio interview to speak on the release of his new album. He'd send 2 additional texts that day, and on April 26th, he never attempted to contact her again. In the days after he killed her, he'd order tools to dismember and dispose of her body.
Did he make this video after he did all that stuff? I'm curious because it's like, I don't know. Like I have a little mix up confusion about that. Like, did he actually make this music video in this song and then do it after, or did he do the homicide and then create the video?
A shovel, 2 chainsaws, a body bag, laundry bags, and a blue inflatable pool. He made these purchases under a fake female name. He placed her body in the inflatable pool to contain her fluids. He'd use the chainsaw to remove her limbs. He'd cut her fingers off to remove his name off one and a matching tattoo off the other.
How do you do that to someone you love though? Like if he he didn't actually love her, like he's just a psycho.
He'd then bag the body parts, placing them in his vehicle to rot for several weeks, possibly even months. He'd lie to his friends, business associates, and others who noticed the smell of decay coming from his home or around his car. A search warrant would find evidence consistent with the dismemberment inside the garage, including Celeste's blood. Prosecutors would state they have graphic photographs of David and Celeste engaged in activities from when she was 13. Numerous texts speaking on their relationship, pregnancy, abortion. Messages from Celeste complaining how all they do is get physical and how she wanted more for herself. The messages coming directly from David's iCloud account. The prosecutors have David's cell phone GPS locations, surveillance of him being the last to park his Tesla, proof of Amazon purchases and deliveries to his home, Uber records, and the text of Celeste threatening to expose it all and end his career. One of the sickest cases in recent years of a perverted individual who thought he could live a celebrity life of glamour and glitz, pulling in millions while hiding his 14-year-old secret. A child he met at only 11 years old, groomed to be his, manipulated to be quiet. He kept her hidden in plain sight, hiring a lookalike for his music video.
Yeah, that's wild.
A song with over 300 million views and lyrics saying, "I don't care how long it takes. As long as I'm with you, I've got a smile on my face." These lyrics blowing up on TikTok and Instagram Reels, you may have not even recognized were his, but now when you hear them, they'll eerily haunt you as you realize who he was talking about. David's videos seem to always have a woman resembling Celeste and a pattern of death.
Dude was just
She'd even
obsessed
be
with
seen
her.
on a live stream with him that's now been deleted, as what was said was taken as a joke, but now the truth can be seen behind the laughter.
I media trained you.
No, you didn't.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of raping kids.
God damn, bro. So how did they recover this? Nah, this is wild right here. I'm trying to read some of the chat sound. When we get in the click song, you promised me in Manchester you would put it in Discord. David Epstein flightless. David, can you dive in Norway in August to September when you coming to Switzerland? And then hear what she said though.
I media trained you.
I media trained you.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of raping kids.
Shit.
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh my. Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes. Everything goes. Everything.
He called her his girlfriend, but she was only his victim. A child who fell into the arms of a sick, twisted man who may now face execution by the state of California, as he is not only eligible, but deserving. And if the state of California fails Celeste, the prisoners of California will surely avenge her, as people like him are left dead in cells yearly for crimes like his.
Yep, now that's facts.
This is one of the most disturbing cases that I've covered. An 18-year-old attracted to a 13-year-old who had every opportunity to leave her alone, who pursued this child as far as going to her middle school as an adult and paying another child $1,000 to give her a phone so he could keep communicating with her. Once you see his music videos and how much she was referenced, how obsessed he was with her, it's just sad. It's sad that she wasn't able to be saved. It's sad that she was running away to him. And it's disgusting what he did. He knew the entire time his career was on the line. He hit her in plain sight. That's the best way to describe it. And when she finally grew the courage to go at him, even threatening him to end his career, she knew the power that she had. And when she finally let him know that she knew how much power she had, he silenced her, stabbing her, bleeding her out inside of a fucking pool before dismembering her with a chainsaw. You don't wish.
Now, just by the way that 1090 Jake is talking about this whole situation, you could tell that he's actually like bothered by it. You could tell that it really hurts to hear this story, and even for me to like, all of us, you know, we hear it and it's just like, damn, a girl that was 14 years old had to deal and go through this, you know, by a grown ass dude.
Things on people, right? You don't. It's not good karma. It's not, you know. But if someone was to come across a large piece of metal inside of prison and use the concrete to sharpen this piece of metal for hours and hours, making it so that it was not only sharp enough to pierce skin, but muscle, tissue, organs, Might even knock a chunk out of a bone, right? And then that inmate was to run down on David in his prison cell and punish him and put him through the same, if not worse, pain that he put that 14-year-old girl through. I wouldn't be mad about it. I would happily make the video covering it. And I would assume that this inmate would take his time after hearing what he did to this girl. I would assume he would take his time. And if you've ever
he said
read up
he'd happily make the video covering it, because that's what 1090 Jake does. He makes videos covering stuff like this, just like scenarios where people go to prison or scenarios like the David situation. But he said his own goes, if he goes to prison and someone makes a blade and does him in with it, he ain't even gonna be mad about it. He gonna make the video happily and cover that shit. I feel him though, straight up, bro. Bro, just because you have fame and money, bro, it don't change nothing. Like you could get done into.
On prison stabbing reports, they don't just get hit once or twice. They get hit 50 to 100 times.
Yeah.
And
multiple times.
I don't know if the state of California will follow through and execute him. But the inmates of California absolutely fucking will. They have a long history of doing so. I don't think there's a protective custody unit that he won't get touched at. Let's not forget, Tory Lanez is in protective custody and was in protective custody when they stabbed him. So imagine what they would do with someone like this. It's terrible. It's disgusting. I try not to wish negative things on people because I try to be some form of an influence here on YouTube. But if I was an inmate and somebody like that came in and got punished, I'd probably laugh about it, smile about it, smoke about it, make some food, talk about it. I wouldn't have any sympathy. People like him, even the correction officers don't want to see you breathe. When you do something like this, it's hard sometimes to believe all sins are equal when you hear something like this.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
When
For
you
real,
know
that's
someone
facts.
is like this, willing to do something like this, especially if you're a father.
There's no way, bro, that sins are all equal. There's sins that are worse than other sins. And sins like this is a perfect example to prove you that all sins are not equal. Look what this guy did, man.
To
like,
girls.
What?
There's no sympathy for him. And hopefully the state of California doesn't fail Celeste and her family. Hopefully justice is served. And when David meets his demise, whether by someone else or he does it to himself, I'll be sure to make the video and give y'all the update. But let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comment section. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all.
Y'all rocking with me.
Till next time.
1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me. He always comes through with some, like, he covers everything just perfectly, bro. I don't know how he does it. He's been doing this for a while. But yeah, shout out to 1090 Jake. I'm going to tag him down below at the bottom, of course, because it's his video. Just reacting to it. But yeah, man, not hopefully, but I don't even know how to say it, man. I just want justice to be served for this kid, man. I want justice to be served. And David needs to get what he deserves. Justice needs to be served, and that's that. You know, like, I don't know any other way to put it. He did something bad. He made a mistake that cannot be fixed. Like, there's no way you could fix this. You fucked up already. It's over with. You're done. You're cooked. You're fried. You're going to prison for the rest of your life. Either that, right, or you're going to end up getting marked by someone in there. It's simple as that. But that's going to end this video. It's going to wrap it up. Like the video, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much.